Steve Kim for UCN, and we're here with the head of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, big announcement. Canelo Alvarez is coming back home to HBO. Tell me, how did this happen, and why is it happening?
Well, look, he's expressed it now for many months that he wanted to go back to HBO, and my belief is that he saw Floyd fight on HBO. He saw myself, my career on HBO. I had more than 30 some odd fights on HBO. You know, he feels that he will be the face of HBO Boxing. And you know, and that's what he deserves. That's what he you know, to be the face of HBO Boxing. And you know, he's expressed to me many times, like, I don't want to be second fiddle to anybody.
Oscar, was there a part of you that wanted, as a businessman, to go back to HBO?
Well, look, I believe in competition. I believe that competition doesn't hurt anybody. I believe it actually helps and benefits the consumer. And you know, obviously the fans are the ones who are gonna benefit from all this, because we've now accomplished what nobody can ever accomplish for many years, and that is open the door to HBO. You know, we did it first with Bernard Hopkins, and now Canelo Alvarez.
Oscar, you have a wide variety of clients. Canelo, I think it was easy because there was no entanglements because he's not with Al Heyman. What about the likes of Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman? There's an issue there because they are advised by Al Heyman, whose clients, for the most part, exclusively at Showtime. Talk about that dynamic. Is there any way that those fighters in the near future could appear on HBO?
Well, that's going to be up to my team. We're going to have to sit down and talk and make a decision. Right now, for the time being, obviously they've been fighting on Showtime, Danny Garcia and the likes of Leo Santa Cruz. So it's going to be very interesting of what's going to happen in the months to come. But I see no changes. Look, we're supplying talent to Showtime. We're now starting to supply talent to HBO. I see no problems because, you know, I mean, it's like I said, a little competition doesn't hurt anybody.
How would you describe your current relationship with Steven Espinoza and the network of Showtime?
It's a good relationship. I've known Steven for 15 years, and the relationship is a good relationship. You know, Steven, we go way back, and like I said, look, if I have a fighter who tells me, hey, I want to be on Showtime, then we have to go and talk to Steven and cut a deal with Steven with Showtime. It's a matter of you know, making sure that we work for the fighter and we get him what he wants.
Oscar, you've been embroiled in this Cold War rivalries. You've reconciled with Bob Arum. As you look back at the past 3-4 years, have you realized just how damaging that was to the business of boxing? All these rivalries and the pettiness.
It was just damaging to boxing, to the sport that I dearly love, and it was damaging to the fan. You know, and look, it's not overnight where you can heal these wounds, where you can, you know, it takes time, but we're headed towards that right direction. We're headed towards making sure that the fans get what they deserve, because ultimately that's what matters to me.
Oscar, going back to Al Heyman, how would you describe your relationship with him from a business standpoint?
It's a good relationship. Look, we've been working with Al for a few years now. I feel that, look, if Al Heyman comes to me and tells me, hey, I want you to promote this fight, then why would I turn it down? If it's going to be good business for Golden Boy Promotions. So it's a relationship that is not a bad one, not a good one. It's a relationship that you know, that is a working relationship, a business relationship. So that works for both of us.
Oscar, it was reported on the week of the Canelo rematch with Floyd Mayweather that you visited with Bob Arum. What were the tenor of those talks and those discussions?
Well, we discussed various topics. Obviously, you know, we talked about Mikey Garcia. We talked about you know, the stable of fighters that he has. We obviously talked about you know, what's going on with Canelo, where a couple weeks ago I had no news whatsoever. But he talked about Miguel Cotto. So, you know, we talked about the possibilities of doing business together. So from now on, my discussions with Bob Arum will be of making fights together, which is going to benefit everybody.
Final question: if Canelo should come out victorious December 6th, no matter who he fights and where he fights, what are the possibilities of Canelo Alvarez taking on Miguel Cotto next year?
Well, it's a good possibility. I've heard that Miguel Cotto is very interested in Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez obviously wants the fight, so it's a matter of just it's a matter of sitting down with Miguel Cotto and opening the dialogue. But you know, first things first. I mean, you know, Canelo's going to fight in December, and who knows if Miguel Cotto will fight in January or December. But that's one fight that the world is hungry for.
All right, thank you for the time. As always, as the CEO and the leader of Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, this is Steve Kim for UCN.